None of this was born out of hate. It was born out of love and wanting to make sure the kids are protected, and that, you know, again, adults have the right to do whatever they want to do. That's not our concern at all. Period. It makes us uncomfortable, and I have seen, to their credit, a couple drag queens do that. But the
suicide is the number one thing.
But it's also about identity. You know, that they make it about identity instead of answering the questions. Again, if your ideology is, you know,
it's just defining it as we're going after female and male impersonators leaves so much room for so many problems and so many like open just issues. Like, you're leaving an open-ended question, basically.
We had never thought about drag at all before that point. I don't care what adults do. You want to go to a drag show, that's between you as an adult and the adults doing the show. We have no concerns about that. It was never an issue to us.
Deep down inside, when they go home and the cameras are off and nobody's around, they don't want queer people to exist. They don't want trans people to exist. They don't want us to have drag.
What they're doing is they're shrouding these bills in the protecting of the children. That's how they're forming these bills. But if they really wanted to protect children, they would do more for gun control. You know, because kids, I would be more scared as a parent to send my child to school than to see a drag queen on the street.
You know, if it's truly about the children, then let's make it about the children. Let's focus on our public school systems and give them more funding so they can do what's right by their teachers and their students and their food choices. And let's do better in our foster care system so we don't have so many children on the streets and on drugs. I'm too busy worrying about making sure that my eyelashes are even. I'm not here to groom nobody's children.
For me, I fear for my safety, number one, being a trans woman, because all of these anti-bills, they're dredging up the hate rhetoric, and so you just always have to be now extra careful.
But it is a fear to go by myself, because I could very easily be picked up and thrown into jail, especially if I don't have somebody defending me or if I don't have an escape plan.
So no, I don't believe that they are not anti-drag, anti-LGBT, or they're not anti-trans. That's exactly what they're doing, but they're framing it in a framework that they think that Tennesseans are going to believe. Mm-hmm.
And you were going to see a flood of drag queens going, we're not cool with this, don't do this, we don't want kids at our shows. We're in communication with legislators and activists across many different states who have gotten bills introduced and are moving toward, you know, getting these laws in place in many different places. And I've made myself available to any legislator who wants help in any way, any capacity I can be helpful. Our intent is not to ban drag, never has been. That's not the intent, and that's very important. That was never, hey, let's focus on getting, you know, drag shut down. It was always on not sexualizing kids.
Now they're coming after the LGBT plus community. They're coming after trans rights. So I just want everybody who has a sense of security that, oh, well, they can't possibly come for me or my demographic. Just be careful.
Just leave it alone. Just leave us alone. We're not here to cause harm. We're just here to live our lives.